Hello friends, I'm Dr. Shobha Dudani, a physiotherapist by profession. I've been on the spiritual path for nearly 25 years now. I was a very total novice in this field. Didn't know S about spirituality. It was Dadaji and Sir who came into my life, who made me what I am today. A lot of gratitude to them. At noon, I missed the sun. How hidden you are, O mysterious one, said Dadaji. I used to feel so happy and peaceful in his presence. Sir taught us 7 dimensions of prosperity. First was physical health, second was mental health, third was emotional health, fourth was social dimension, fifth was spiritual dimension, sixth was time dimension, and financial dimensions which I forgot. Today, as I look back upon my life, Sir and Dadaji have seen to it that they have made me prosperous in all these 7 dimensions. Relations was the only thing which I had come to ask Sir that I am not happy with relationships. He has really worked with all these things. Today I am really happy and satisfied in all my relationships, even the worst ones. Dadaji used to stay alone in this cottage, and there were many business tycoons who used to come to bow to him to discuss their problems with him. But I used to wonder, as a novice to this spiritual field, how he is sitting alone in his cottage solitarily and he gets the best of best gifts, from mangoes to expensive gifts, everything the best of best. I think financially this was what attracted me to spirituality, and I started walking this path very earnestly. Little did I know that he used to work tirelessly on his books, editing, rewriting, so that he could pass on his message in his lifetime to many to come. And his books are so direct, and rarely does a person understand the mechanism of how to do it and walk the spiritual path. It's so simple and so nice. And when I used to meet Dadaji, I used to say, Ki, Dadaji, you have 2 ears, even I have 2 ears, one nose, and a mouth. If you can do it, why can't I? I didn't know that he was a big guru at that time. So it was very easy talking to him as a friend. And I use my Taurus determination for that. I may fail, but that doesn't stop me from trying. There's a lovely poem which I told him. नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेके चढ़ती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पे 100 बार फिसलती है, गिरकर चढ़ना चढ़कर गिरना ना करता है, नन्ही चींटी जब दीवारों पे चलती है. It's a poem by Harivansh Rai Bachchan. This then took me, I got an opportunity very soon to read his book, autobiography, Intelligence Beyond Thought, in an ICU at Bandra complex. My husband was admitted there, a case of cardiac bypass, which was then shifted to angioplasty. And this was the first miracle of its kind which I experienced. with the precision of time Dadaji had, and for a medical student like me, it was a big shock because I had spent days together planning the surgery, who's the surgeon best in town, and my husband was discharged with multiple stents, and this case was turned to angioplasty. This book of Dadaji I read totally in the ICU in a small cubicle for relatives. And then I started uh, pursuing his book, doing trial and error method. And within 5 months, I got an opportunity. Every day I used to read, do homework, like observe a thought from A to B. And with lots of intensity. And then there was a time when Dadaji called me personally on my cell, telling me, "Don't get frightened, beta, go for it." And the ego came back ferociously from the back door, and since then I have been cursing myself for failing him, sir, and not taking this divine opportunity which was dished to me on a platter. Dadaji could have um, foreseen what was coming, my brain operations, multiple surgeries. To avoid all that, he did this, but in vain. It's so amazing when you get an answer from a live master like him. Very satisfying experience. Then came my dad's share certificate. He had a shop which was not on his name, so neither could he rent it nor he could sell it. But Dadaji used to always ask me for his court date, and so he saw to it that the certificate was done, and my daddy was well provided for. He could keep it on rent and later use his income wisely for his day-to-day needs. Then came series of miracles from Dadaji's side, and I didn't know when he started working on me. The starting was when I started sharing with him that I was a lavish person and spend my money very lavishly. I spend on just sunglasses of 15,000. So he told me to use money judiciously and wisely and don't splendor it. Then he taught me about not wasting my time and using it well. He told me stories about Satara and how meagerly he survived on rice which was cooked in a solo cooker outside his cottage, and he used to use his time well for meditation. Lots of my attitudes and patterns started changing very subtly, of which I had no knowledge. Then he worked on me by taking a role of a patient to a doctor and calling me as and when the need. He used to create a need and work silently on me. Little did I realize the changes which he brought in me. Tao's existence came in. I was the only person from Silverarch to go to and reach Tao. Guruma, as a neighbor, could help me because she was my friend. There were innumerable workshops which I attended, sirs, and life took various turns, twists, and brought me to the state which I am today. I was a total non-learner, Ulta Dhakkan, and Sir straightened this so the intensity of learning became fast, and I started walking the path easily. Many blind spots were broken, attitudes, patterns, very selfish, miserly person, manipulative person I was. And this person whom I see today into a mirror is a totally different person, standing so truthful, simple, humble, sensitive, helping selflessly whoever comes in my vicinity. Sir's first breakthrough camp was one which I attended at Goa, Karamashalan camp, from where my life actually started seeing the changes. Then slowly, I attended a camp which I remember, Shiv Swaroday at Kalyan Ashram, and Sir was very happy with us that day after we finished the camp. So he said that each one of you all can come and ask me a boon, but ask very clearly what you want, and it will be done. So I asked for a cottage for meditation for myself, which has a water source, so I can hear the jingle of the sounds during meditation. And he saw to it that he settled me financially. Within 3 to 4 months, I think, we came, and Sir had researched on the sound, and he launched the sound and prosperity bowl, and he played into my aura, and there in such a short span, I got a bungalow which is worth nearly 2 crores in my name. I think these were the blessings of my gurus, because I was very volatile and angry person as a human being. So they were always worried about me. This sound ball was played into my aura, and Sir manifested this bungalow for me. Then came the third operation of mine, brain surgery. I had a brain tumor, and it had to be operated because I was paralyzed on the left side, and later I could not walk. Sir tried desperately through his sound instruments, even injuring his arm by filing and sitting and doing it for hours together. And I was very frustrated during that phase, and my faith had broken temporarily in both my gurus. I was tired of my life and felt miserable. Long surgeries of 11 hours each were performed on me at various stages right from 2010. During these operations, I had to go through an MRI scan. I just remember one of the times when I was going through the scan, I had lost bowel and bladder control, that is on urination. And I was in the MRI, and it was in the primitive stages that then there were no bells and all available that time. And I closed my eyes. I was feeling I was pounding on that MRI tomb, and no one was listening to me. My relatives were outside, and I was trying to tell them that I want to go to the bathroom. And I just closed my eyes and thought of Dadaji, and within a second, a person came inside and took me to the bathroom. Such were the miracles which I have experienced with my master. Whatever changes today you see in me due to Dadaji and Sir, sometimes they both used to work on me, and it was as if I was a tool for Dadaji to teach Sir how a difficult case can be handled. In spite of Dadaji leaving his body, he was guiding me. He was available and guiding us all throughout for quite some time and working on us disciples. They both were responsible in changing my life and put on me on this path of living liberation and obliterating 2 more births Chaya Shastri had monitored in my horoscope and told me. Through Ma's behavior at home, I used to learn volumes. One day I visited her house before my operation. I used to put on my slippers. Ma helped me push the slippers into my feet, on which I told Ma, why are you doing this? Why are you touching my feet? I don't like it. So Ma told me a big lesson in life. You should operate from your present moment, common sense, and what needs to be done in the moment. There's nothing right, nothing wrong, but you should operate only from the right understanding. Such is the greatness of my Guru Ma and Sir. They are my life. I can't think about life without their presence in it. I've been blessed to be in and out of their house all my life. Not one day has passed where I've been near them and not been a part of the house, eating happily with Ma's excellent culinary skills and carry-home facility. I owe both of them my life. Thank you.
How does someone first fall in love with poetry?